Hello, Pisces. Welcome and welcome back, my loves. Long time no speak. I hope you guys are doing well. Life just be happening, child. So I hope that you guys are making it through whatever situations that you're in. I hope that y'all are enjoying your lives and, making the best of it. It's a lot of crazy stuff going on in the world. And I just had to take a few days to get things together in my life. Shout out to all of you Pisces who are still celebrating your birthday. I hope you're doing well, staying safe, being healthy, all these other good things. But we're going to get into a reading for you guys, okay? Oh my goodness, loud. Ooh, I felt that burp. I just drank some water. Excuse me. Let's get into it. People come on and click on this video for the first time and hear me burping like, oh my gosh, she saw this, she saw that, child. Let's get into it, Pisces. What is going on? I feel like we have so much that we need to talk about, and I don't even know what we're going to talk about. But I do. I have a little setup that we're going to do, a little spread. It's loud bus coming. I always pick the right time and the wrong time at the same time. Y'all are in the right place at the right time. Just know that. I know that for sure. Let's see though first, Pisces. The situation. What is the situation, guardian angels, archangels, spirit guides, and ancestors of the highest vibration, Father, Mother, God, for Pisces? Oops, somebody's lying. But see, the lie is falling apart. Because that card was flipping out crazy. The lie is falling apart. Ooh, blackmail. Someone could be getting blackmailed for lying. Ooh, and then sexual fantasy. Someone has been having sexual fantasies about you. That's kind of crazy. I'm trying to let this bus pass, y'all. Bus pass. Get the bus pass. Somebody might need a bus pass, child. Okay, circumstances, situation. What else? What else is the circumstances or situation? Caution and gratitude. Okay. Something is funny. Something is funny. Someone is lying, so proceed with caution. Some of you guys need to know that there's a person in your midst that is not being 100% honest or truthful. They could definitely be telling a lie. Again, at the bottom. Oh, I forgot the light, y'all. I was so ready to get into it. That's how much I love y'all. Because I was like, ooh, I need to give them a reading, child. No. I mean, I do love y'all. But I definitely forgot that light. Yeah, you might need to shine some light on the situation. And let me just say this for anybody who's new to tarot, new to me, new to spiritual situations, or I don't even want to call it spiritual situations, but just new to the esoterics of the world. Anything that I say in this reading, anything that happens in this reading, because of the way that I pray and the way that I see life and believe things, it's not because of me, it's just for me because of source, God, spirit, whoever you pray to. Nothing is a coincidence in these readings. So if I say something about an interruption or a bus pass or the cards flipping around a certain way, if the candle isn't lit, if the ring light isn't on, if there's anything that happens in these readings, you guys have to read between the lines. You have to, and there's also no coincidence for me explaining this. Because more than likely you're dealing with a situation where everything that's on the surface is not what it seems. And you're going to have to look below the surface. You're going to have to dive deeper. You're going to have to dig. And you're probably going to have to read between the lines. Because there's something going on with a person around you right now where they are not giving you 100% of the full story, the true story, or they're not being completely honest with you. Okay. So those little subtle things that are thrown in are the things that you have to pay attention to. Just like in any other situation, if you're watching a TV show or if you're watching a movie, there's a thing called foreshadowing. So certain events foreshadow either the message or circumstances that may take place. And it would behoove you to see those things as best as you can and not get frustrated when the reading is not just boom, boom, boom laid out. Okay. That's the beauty of this channel. That's the beauty of me as a reader. And I really appreciate all of you guys. Shout out all my subscribers and my members. I had to just say it. Okay. Definitely somebody here in your midst is not telling the truth about their situation. There's possibly an attraction or a fantasy going on in someone's mind. It doesn't necessarily have to be sexual, but because the card says what it says, I feel like there's this convoluted energy where somebody is creating a scenario or circumstances in their mind. Snowflake just meowed. And it's not necessarily, oh yes ma'am, it's not necessarily 100% like positive whatever's being created in someone's mind. There could also be a situation where someone is trying to create circumstances or thoughts or emotions in your mind through the way that they're taking action. All right. But this person, someone here is very insecure. Somebody has a lot of insecurities. Okay. There's definitely a situation where this person is lying. Okay. And you're being asked to proceed with caution because there could be a situation that ends up backfiring here where either this person is getting blackmailed or something could come back on them, or somebody could be trying to do that to you. Okay. Because of the way you feel or the way they feel or something crazy. What else is the situation, child? All this extra. Relax in reverse. Yeah, your head may be a little confused, or this could be another person. Like, not an additional person, but whoever this reading is focusing on, they could be confused. Okay, someone's anxious. They're not able to relax. I definitely feel like regardless of the sexual part, there's a person here who's getting caught up in a lie. And I feel like that lie has to do with something that they maybe said under oath or some type of promise or oath that they made. Okay. Or yeah, like something that they were supposed to do under contract or something like that. Desires and stuck in the past. I feel like somebody wants to keep you stuck in the past. I feel like somebody from your past, or somebody who enjoyed the way things were in the past wants to stay there, but they want you to stay there with them. That's kind of crazy. This could also be a situation where you need to be careful of the people who you're dealing with right now, because the past could be trying to hang on in a way where it's coming through other people. You need to watch who you're dealing with, watch who you're attracted to, because there's a lot about attraction here where somebody could be attracted to you or you could be attracted to them because you guys have that connection through like past energy. And it doesn't have to be someone specifically that you know from your past. It could just be someone who resembles your past. Okay. I feel like someone who desires you also desires for you to be kind of stressed out about a situation that happened in the past so that you can't move on. Or they want you to still have to deal with something that you shouldn't really have to deal with anymore. One more card for Pisces. That's why I took a break. Title card. Okay. Yeah, this is definitely giving the tea of a situation. Okay, but that's the title card. So this could be a person's job. This could be maybe their responsibility as far as why they incarnated on this earth. Because some people incarnate just to cause problems in your destiny and your path. You are the main character. I'm the main character in my world. You're the main character in your world. Some people are just literally... I told y'all I've been getting into Westworld again. I done finished season 2 already. Now I'm going to move on to season 3 and 4 because honestly, I didn't watch season 3 and 4. I only watched 1 and 2. And that show is really crazy. And I feel like sometimes I revisit or locate movies or TV shows sometimes because there's a message in it that correlates to something that I'm supposed to talk to you guys about. And it kind of... I'm getting that kind of like weird vibe where that's what it feels like right now. And the characters in that show, it's like you can't tell if they're like androids, robots, or real people sometimes. And they're kind of like on these storylines, they're on these plots and things like that. And with that stuck in the past card, it's kind of like, okay, is somebody playing out a cycle, like a ghost in the machine type of situation where somebody is playing out this repetitive situation? And it's like, it's really a mind fuck. Phases, see what I'm saying? And toxic family, you see what I'm saying? The phases of this situation, the cycles of the moon are the same as, like, metaphorically the cycles of a situation that you're in. And there could just be an android type, you know, NPC type person in your energy who wants to continue to play out these cycles because that's like where they're stuck on in their mind. It could also be a situation where certain energies, entities, or spirits could be, you know, jumping in, bloop, you know, dipping a toe in someone else's psyche to be able to trigger you in the way that they were able to trigger you with another person by jumping into that person. Okay? Take it how it resonates. I am not the boss of you. All right? I can't tell you what to do. But what I will say is there's been a cycle of lying. There's been a cycle of like a lack of appreciation, a lack of gratitude. There's been a cycle of like kind of like nefarious. It feels like nefarious behavior when it comes to a family dynamic. But this phase is coming to an end because I feel like somebody's lies are backfiring on them, or they are not innocent and it's known that they're not innocent, and someone involved in the situation has been blackmailing someone because they are lying about something that has to do with you. I feel like this is something to do with court, some type of legal issues, money, finances, a job with the title card over there. But this could literally be somebody's title. Like this is their storyline. This is their arc. This is what they do. You know, the cornerstone. That's what they call it on Westworld. This is their cornerstone. And it's their cornerstone in every single lifetime, whether you're involved in it or not, or whether it's a situation where, you know, you guys have this same back and forth together. All right, let's see. Current situation is the Star. Look at that for you, Pisces. Okay. Your biggest ally, your biggest enemy, your energy, and the next step. So your biggest ally may be someone that you've abandoned, or someone that you've ghosted, or someone who is helping you or you're helping them. I don't know for sure. We'll have to clarify. Your biggest enemy could possibly be a Cancer, or your enemy may be hidden, to be honest with you. Like the biggest enemy that you have in this situation is either someone or something that you can't see. It's a person, place, or a thing that you can't see, or it's a entity, spirit, like I said. Okay. Spirit, energy, or entity that you can't see, an unknown force that you can't see working behind the scenes, or fear. Okay, what you don't know could be your biggest enemy. What you fear could be your biggest enemy. What you don't know, or what you fear you don't know, could be your biggest enemy in the situation. Your energy right now is the Hermit. So you could have some Virgo in your chart, or because of this, you know, this whole moon situation that just happened. I think that's why I really was tired. I was tired, y'all. And it was a lot going on. Like last week was a crazy week and it just drained me. And I just couldn't do it. And I think that some of that Virgo energy is possibly playing a role in your energy in the situation from that moon and all that stuff that happened. Not, like, whatever. Y'all get what I'm saying. Why is this so complicated? That's what I'm trying to figure out in my mind. Why is this so complicated? So it feels like this is a convoluted, complicated situation that you've been drawn into. And it's really unclear who the problem is or who the culprit is. Okay. But I feel like you intuitively know. You intuitively know that there's forces working behind the scenes to cause certain outcomes. I feel like you're aware with the Hermit card. I feel like you're aware that you may have hidden helpers, but there also could be hidden enemies. That's kind of the vibe that I'm getting, because there's not, I mean, two moon cards and the Hermit card being your energy. It kind of feels like there's a very secretive vibe to this reading. But the possible outcome, or not, did I say possible outcome? I can't remember if I said possible outcome or next steps, because I wrote down next steps, but I feel like I said possible outcome. Listen, let's clarify. Ace of Wands is at the bottom. I told y'all I'm rusty. I'm like the Tin Man. I need some oil. In the movie, squeaky, squeaky, squeaky. And then, oh my God, me talking about the Tin Man. I had a reading on the Nutcase Network that was called The Wizard of Oz. And that whole movie had a lot of secrecy and like weird things surrounding it. And whoa, man, didn't even realize it. I used to watch that movie when I was a kid, you know? And then going back and looking at it, and then the fact that they took a lot of that stuff out, and like everything that happened with that movie. Like, people say that what other saga, what other movie was that they said was like cursed? It was some movie, Poltergeist, I think it was. That movie where the little girl, the ghost came out of the TV back in the day, and they was using like real bones and shit. Yeah, what are we talking about right now, Pisces? What are we talking about? That movie was supposed to be cursed. The Wizard of Oz, I feel like they were, with all the things that happened with that movie, I feel like that movie had some type of negativity surrounding it. And then the whole aspect of the wizard, like, you know, and it was a behind the scenes type of thing. So what I feel from this reading, because I don't want to get too into it, because what I'm picking up right now is some weird ass shit, and I don't know nothing about that. And Pisces members and subscribers for a long time, you know, if you know, you know, okay? But I don't know nothing about that shit. And I'm not trying to get into that shit because it feels like it's a lot. And I'm already getting a weird type of vibe where games is being played. But what you do need to know is the whole basis of this situation, with the star card being the situation and the phases card being at the bottom, is that all of this is about to come to an end. You need to know somebody's lying. You need to proceed with caution. Be grateful of how everything is turning out, even if it's stressful. Okay. So what's this star card for the situation? 10 of Wands. Yeah. This is a burden I feel like that you guys have been dealing with for a long time, or something that has been like hounding you. I'm telling y'all, it feels like an entity. It feels like a demon. Feels like a demon's been hounding y'all for a while. Demon's been on your ass like white on rice. Like funk on a stinking person. Okay? I was about to say funk on feet. I'm just saying that's what it feels like. Somebody might have funky feet. Maybe that's a you know, something that you could attribute to this person or whoever's involved. But like, this has been on you. I'm not talking about on you for the last few months. I'm talking about your life since you were a child. This energy, this entity, it's been on you since you were a babe. It's been on your back. Okay? I'm talking about like 10 lifetimes or whatever. But this phase is coming to an end. Look at this. Why am I yelling? I'm not trying to yell, y'all. I just can't contain, because I did not look at the deck. And I know y'all can't see my face, but if you know me, you know I did not look at the bottom of the deck. Because you know I pulled a card and then I hold the deck in my hand. All right, so we've established that the demon is on you, and they want you to know, yeah, that's me. Yeah, I did that. I fucked with you your whole life. I tried to ruin everything that you stood for. Yeah, I tried to take you down. Yeah, I tried to take your life at the beginning so you couldn't get nowhere. They're acknowledging their presence. I'm just telling you right now. And I'm just say the prayer that I said before I started this reading. Heavenly Mother and Heavenly Father, thank you for bringing me here to this point today. Father, Mother God, please protect me as I complete this reading. Protect those who are watching the reading. Any spirits, energies, or entities that come through during this reading are not allowed to do any harm to myself or to the people who are watching. Only spirits of love, light, health, wealth, and positivity are allowed to flow through this reading. Any other spirits, energies, or entities are not allowed, especially if they have negative intent or ill will. Allow the messages to be clear, honest, accurate, and concise, and to reach the parties in which you intended to reach, whether they are subscribers or not. Please also allow the messages to come out quickly and clearly so that they can get to who they need to get to, etc., when it comes to my personal prayers for myself, which is basically about removing any blockages from my finances, my viewership, all those types of things. Boom, right? Said the prayer. Something in my spirit was like, this gonna be about things that we can't see. And y'all can say I'm crazy all you want. I don't give a fuck. You can say I'm crazy. I'm not. I don't care what you call me. But you're not going to sit here and tell me that with this moon card coming out as an enemy is something hidden, which is either on the low end, a person who is, doing things behind the scenes on the low that you can't see, being sneaky. But sometimes I see the moon card as like hidden realms. And it's even fucking creepier. I'm gonna show you. Look at this. Look at this card. Now hold on. Listen. Hold on, y'all. Come here, Gabe. Come here real quick. I just want you to tell the people. It's nothing wrong. I just want you to, you remember? Well, first of all, the mic's right there. You want to say hello?
Hello.
You remember when you came home from school and I was telling you about your cupcakes and everything? And then we was watching the TV and you were like, oh my God, these pictures look so real on the TV. And what did we start talking about after that? Tell the people what we started talking about. Tell them what you noticed first.
I noticed that ocean water is like a mirror, but it's facing down.
Mm-hmm.
The waves are like they're facing forward.
Yeah. And we were talking about how what you said, like a mirror, and we started talking about reflections. And you were saying that you could see, what'd you say?
See.
Because we saw the trees on that one picture. Yeah. Tell them what you said.
I said that the water, the sea water is like reflecting the same thing that's on top of the sea water.
Uh-huh. That's exactly what you said. And then when I started talking about mirrors and stuff, what did I tell you about mirrors? What did we talk about with that?
That mirrors can try to trick us.
And when they try to trick you, what did it look like sometimes?
It looks like sometimes.
Oh, come on. Stay over here. Just describe it right here with your hands if you want.
Sometimes mirrors try to like, it looks like a different direction.
Mm-hmm. And sometimes they look squiggly, and then sometimes they make you look fat.
Or upside down,
right?
Tall.
Right, exactly. See? I just wanted them to know what we were talking about because it was a really interesting conversation. And I wanted to share it with all the subscribers.
Subscribers?
Yeah, they're not on it right now. We're just recording, but they'll hear it tomorrow. Well, I might release it tonight if we get done, but they'll hear it soon. So is it okay if I share it with them? Mm-hmm. Yeah? Okay. All right, baby. Thank you. Teamwork. I like your participation. Well, here, before you go, tell them, say bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Pooh.
You're welcome.
Are you doing your what are you doing? You didn't have no homework, huh? Okay. What you doing? Watching TV?
No, I'm just watching
Garfield?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay.
mine.
I know. Okay, go ahead, Pooh. Go ahead and finish watching your show. I'll be in here if you need me. Just knock on the door, okay? Boy, close the door, goofball. Trying to stick his little eyeball through the thing. All right, y'all. So I know I just made a big thing out of something that may seem small, but nothing is a coincidence. Do you see this? How the moon is, and some told me to use this specific deck. If you look at the moon card in the other decks, right? It's just a regular. It's not really a reflection. Like the water in this Rider-Waite deck does not reflect or depict. It doesn't depict a reflection, right? Those are considered mountains in the back. This is considered water. But I was like, okay, when I started, I knew I wanted to use the scoop deck. I was like, well, what tarot, what tarot deck am I going to use? And it was like, just use the, Everyday Witch, because that's one of my go-tos. That's crazy. That right there is crazy. This is not a coincidence. None of the stuff that's happening with you and this person or with you in this situation is a coincidence, Pisces. Nothing about, because a lot of y'all feel like these people or this person or whoever this is pulling the puppet strings behind the scenes, or the people who are on the puppet strings in front. A lot of y'all are contemplating or trying to figure out why these people have so much power or why they've been able to persist so long on this particular road or down this path. And it's because they have the backing of this demon, this entity, whatever this is, right? Remember what my son said. Mark his words. That mirrors will play tricks on you. You can't, it's a reflection. You saw how he did with his hands, because that's how he's descriptive when it comes to expressing himself in a very tactile way. So he'll use his hands, he'll use sounds, and that's what it is. It's not always a true representation. The reflection is not always a true representation of the reality of a situation. And you can use that to your advantage if you want, But oh my God. And there's the 6 of fucking cups. So what it feels like to me, what I just heard, is that the devil is being forced to release you from whatever binds that you've been in the past. There's definitely somebody here who has been stuck. And I feel like this is a backstory because the star card indicates healing. The star card indicates, positive growth, expansion, things like that. The star card indicates you regaining your energy, recharging your batteries, getting back to who you really are. And I feel like you're coming out of this place. That was the weirdest. Okay. What's the 5 of Pentacles for the enemy? 5 of Pentacles reversed? What? Your biggest? No. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I said enemy and I knew this was ally, right? That's why I was like, hold on. Because I knew the moon was the enemy. See how it's a trick. It's a bunch of tricks and mind games, and it's a bunch of riddles. All right. And of course it's going to be to make me look crazy. You get what I'm saying? So that y'all won't trust what I'm saying. But if you're smart, you're going to get what you need, right? That's crazy. 5 of Pentacles, King of Swords, 8 of Cups. So your biggest ally, I don't know what that means, to be honest with you. 5 of Pentacles reversed and the 5 of Pentacles. King of Swords, 8 of Cups. I feel like this is somebody who's going to fill you in on what happened after you left a situation or after you walked away from something. This could be the King of Swords. It could be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It could also be a Scorpio. Maybe a Taurus is what I'm getting as well. But it's somebody who is speaking up on your behalf in a place that you aren't allowed to be in, or in a room that you're not in. It definitely feels like somebody here is vouching for you in a place or a time where you don't have the ability to speak up for yourself. It's like there's something going on that you don't know is going on, but you feel like it's going on because you can feel the spiritual warfare of it, and you can feel the tug of war of it, but you don't know like the details about like what's actually going on. 3 of Wands. This may even be somebody who didn't think that they would want to help you, or they didn't think that they would be on your side, but now like something may have changed to where, hold on. Something may have changed to where now they're on your side. 2 of Swords, 8 of Swords. You see what I'm saying? I feel like you are the 2 of Swords. You're the 8 of Swords, but not in a way like, and that's 10 swords. So it's like not in a way where like you're powerless or anything. I just think that you're in the dark about what's going on. I think this ally is somebody who wants to fill you in or tell you what's been going on while you weren't around, or tell you what's been going on since you walked away, or confirm what you were feeling that caused you to walk away from something or someone. It's like somebody who's speaking on your behalf when you're not in the room, or somebody who's telling you what's going on when you're not in the room. Like not knowing what to expect. What's the 5 of Pentacles reversed? 4 of Pentacles. Seven of Swords and the 2 of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like this is about something that's owed to you. It's definitely a toxic family dynamic. This is about someone in a toxic family dynamic who's been holding on to something that they were supposed to give you. And there's a strategy here. There's some type of plan or a distraction, or like a decoy. Some weird ass shit, bro. What's the 3 of Wands? 4 of Swords. And the 4 of Pentacles. 44 could be significant, but I feel like it's more so maybe like 8. It's either 4 or 8. I don't know what that means. I feel like somebody tried to get you caught up in like some legal issues, some type of court case. Somebody was trying to get you locked up, put in jail, to the point where like you don't know what you're being prosecuted or persecuted for. Somebody may have lied under oath. I kept picking that up. So this is coming to an end. If you've been following me for a long time, you will know that I've done a lot of readings about like, it's been some stuff that I've been picking up on in the spiritual realm, like, and people don't understand. And that's kind of frustrating to me sometimes, but I have to get over it. But it's like people don't understand me. They don't understand like the things that I say because they're not really tapped in. It's like they're not really here. They're not really in this shit. They're not really like a part of this, like for real, for real. They're just kind of like visiting, you know, like they're tourists when it comes to the site. And I've been telling you guys for a long time, and I know that you're listening. I've been telling you guys for a long time that it's been some stuff going on in that realm, and it's been in the readings. And all of that stuff that I've been telling y'all about, whether it's members, whether it's like world predictions that I released to the diameter, all that type of stuff, not even just with the world, but just like trickle down effect. Y'all know what I'm talking about. If you know what I'm talking about, that's coming to the light. This toxic family member or this toxic ex or this family dynamic that's working together against you in some type of legal way to try to get you caught up, they're being taken down. Or if it's a business or corporation that acts like, oh, we're a family. Or if it's like a family, hell, it could be fucking defects trying to take your kids, or, people working through using defects as a tool to try to separate you from your children or make you look insane, Wendy Williams type shit. You get what I'm saying? Like, whatever the situation is that's going on where somebody is using these avenues to be able to discredit you or defame you in some type of way, that's coming to an end. Because with that King of Swords, there's an authority figure somewhere who is, and look at what's at the bottom of the deck. Ace of Swords. Yep. Somebody's communicating the truth. Somebody is telling the truth. And I feel like it's that King of Swords. So I don't know if it's literally an air sign or if it's like an authority figure or someone who's in a position of power in this situation. But you are the Hermit card. Ace of Swords, Eight of Wands. I feel like you also have been communicating the truth and somebody has wanted to keep you silent. Knight of Pentacles just popped out. Or they've been trying to slow you down. Like with the Ace of Swords and the Eight of Wands, that's quick communication and that's honest communication coming through quickly. And the Four of Swords was the card that came out with that. So it's like somebody's communicating quickly and they're telling the truth to basically bring peace to a situation or to hold someone accountable for something. And it has to do with personal property. It has to do with like actual physical items or money or, maybe even your children, things like that. Property. I feel like somebody wanted to bury the truth or they wanted the truth to die with somebody, and it's just not going to happen. This could even be somebody who was falsely accused of like a crime. They could have been falsely accused of like murder or gone to jail for something that they didn't do. Even if it wasn't that heinous, they could have been accused for something that they didn't do, got locked up for it. But this could also be a situation where, I don't know if it's someone in the family, but it feels like it's a situation where there's somebody on the inside. Like there's somebody on the inside who either is delivering the truth to you about what's going on behind the scenes, or they are speaking the truth on your behalf while you're not there. And I feel like they're actually included in the group. That's why I did that video on Case Nicole Speaks. Y'all go ahead and subscribe to Case Nicole Speaks. It's in the LINKTREE. All right. In the description box. I be knowing stuff is about to happen. And don't nobody be wanting to listen to me. But it's okay. Because I'm going to still say what I feel like I need to say. And I told you guys over there that there's going to come a time where you're going to have to fight back to back with your enemy. Like basically as allies. And I don't know how this plays out, but that video is coming to mind because it kind of feels like you may have thought that this person wasn't to be trusted, or you thought that this person could not be trusted, because I was kind of getting a vibe where it's like your biggest ally is somebody who you abandoned, or somebody who you left out in the cold, or somebody who you kind of like don't trust. You used to trust them, but then you didn't trust them. And it's like questionable because it's somebody, your biggest ally is somebody who you aren't necessarily sure of their loyalty. It could be a Scorpio. It could be a Virgo. It could be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or like I'm getting like a Taurus. But it feels like it's somebody who you didn't know if you could trust, because they may have been waiting on the perfect opportunity to come and say what they had to say, because it kind of feels like they may have been caught up in something too. And I feel like they didn't want to be misconstrued by whoever is now coming in to assert some type of authority over this situation. They didn't want to be grouped with these people, but I feel like maybe they didn't have a choice, especially if they're like blood relatives. So you may have had a person, just say, for example, you had an ex or somebody who you were dealing with, or maybe it was like a business partnership where you had a business with somebody, and maybe they had a family member that was in the business with you, but you got along with the family member better than you got along with this person. Like maybe when the business started, y'all were cool, but your business partner started turning on you and doing things that you felt were questionable, and like, you know, flipping the script. And this person who was their family, or maybe their friend, or somebody who you were only connected to them through that person that you were falling out with, you couldn't really trust their loyalty. The same goes for a relationship or a marriage. You may have been really cool with your sister-in-law, but your ex-husband was raggedy, and you didn't know where the loyalty of the sister-in-law lied, because, you know, whatever. But like, if the sister-in-law ends up, you know, falling out with their family members, or if you had maybe like, you know, brothers that you were married to or something like that, and, you know, your husband's brother, you know, was married to somebody who, you know, you got cool with, but then you broke up with the husband, and the brother's wife couldn't talk to you no more because of the, you know, her husband. Like, it feels like that type of vibe, where somebody who you kind of left out in the cold, or you haven't talked to for a while, or something like that happened where you couldn't really trust this person. And the reason why I say that is because the Five of Pentacles is reversed. It's like somebody who was in the situation with you, or somebody who went through it with you or whatever, but they didn't leave at the same time you did. So they left after you. It could have even been a job. Like, this could have just been your coworker, and the company did something raggedy to you on the back end, fired you unlawfully, or, you know, improper termination, whatever it could be. And that person stayed there. It's like they were trying to protect their job, or they were trying to protect their marriage, or they were trying to protect their life and their livelihood. And they couldn't really say anything, but they knew what was going on was wrong. So they kept it until the right time to say it. And that's why I said, like, with that whole fighting back to back with your quote unquote enemy, some of y'all need to realize, and I'm just speaking straight facts, because we not even on the read no more. The timer done went off. It is what the fuck it is. You can listen or you can click off. It's on you. You can do what you want to do. But what I'm saying is, like, sometimes as Pisces, because I'm a Pisces, so I'm not chastising you or criticizing you unfairly. This is something that I've had to realize, and that I've been meditating on, you know, recently in the past few months, and different situations that have taken place, because I never want to push somebody away or make somebody feel bad about themselves. But I also don't want to feel bad. I never want to put someone in a negative predicament, but I also too do not want to be in a negative predicament. So it's very difficult when it comes to our personalities, discerning the steps that we need to take and how far we need to go. And sometimes as a Pisces, what you have to realize about yourself sometimes is that while you can be very kind and intuitive and empathic and loving and loyal, you can also be a stinking ass, cold ass bitch. Or you can be a raggedy, broke ass nigga. So let's not even sit here and, you know, fake the funk. What y'all have to know, though, is that the whole point of this situation is to balance all of those things to where they are working in tandem, like the infinity symbol. Okay? You have to understand how to balance all of those things so that they can work in tandem for your benefit and the benefit of those around you to the best of your abilities. And there are times where sometimes you guys can push people away because you aren't sure whether or not they're actually on your team. And I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. But what I do feel is a challenge for some of you, and for me included, is that when things start to transpire and when the story finally is told and when all of the pieces of the puzzle come together and we realize how those people we weren't sure about actually stood up and, you know, kind of had our back, even if they didn't do it the way that we thought they should do it. Sometimes we have a tendency to still like have an attitude or have a problem with those people when really we should be just more grateful. And, you know, a lot of people aren't going to hear this message because it's not telling you what you want to fucking hear. But I don't care, bitch. Because some of y'all need to wake up and realize that you're not holier than thou. And you are not the end all be all of goodness and greatness in the world. Everybody can be good and great. And for those of you who realize that, I feel like this reading is a turning point to the things that you're learning. Your energy is the Hermit card. So obviously I'm an empath. I'm going to pick up on the energy. And I feel like this is something that you're realizing. Like you're looking within yourself and you're actually doing self augmentation, you know, self updates, whatever, accountability, whatever you want to call it. That's what you're doing. It's like auto correcting so that you don't make the same mistakes as other people who you've seen in the past go through situations and then not learn anything from the situation. So I commend you if you are that person, because at this point, it really feels like, you know that somebody was on your team now and you may have treated them badly. So I'm not saying that you treated them badly for no reason. I'm saying that you weren't necessarily sure. So you just defended yourself in the way that you felt like you should. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I don't think that this person is upset with you for that. I just feel like as long as you can take a second and take a moment to really like stand back from the situation and gain a higher perspective, I feel like you're going to come out in a good place. Okay. There's somebody who's speaking up now because they thought that something wasn't going to go this far. And now that it's gone too far, they're kind of like, hey, you know, like this shit has gone too far. Like you really need to chill the fuck out because it's not that deep at all. And I feel like they don't realize, or they didn't realize at the time, maybe you were screaming from the rooftops, demon, 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 possession, 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 you know, peace and Pan-Africanism. I'm just playing. But you were probably screaming it from the rooftops and nobody was listening to you. Everybody thought you were crazy. Everybody probably thought you were insane. And I think this person knew that you weren't crazy, but they weren't at a place yet where they were ready to accept what you were saying because of the connection or relationship that they had with this other person. Bitch. Okay, Hermit. What's this Hermit card for Pisces energy? 4 of Wands. See, you in the house. You're not coming out the house. You 4 of Wands, 4 of Swords, 4 of Pentacles, 4 of Cups. You're not coming out the house. I feel like you're not really necessarily in the best place emotionally when it comes to dealing with other people, but you're in a good place individually when it comes to how you feel and see yourself. So you may be disappointed in other people around you because of the way that they chosen to react and respond. But I also feel like you are making peace or coming to a peaceful place, literally and figuratively and spiritually, emotionally, mentally, all of those things. You're coming to a peaceful place within yourself about why folks did what they did. This is all a part of your healing process with the Star card. You've reached the end of a healing process that I feel like has been very difficult for you. I feel like you're coming out of it very successfully. I feel like there's a lot here that you don't necessarily see yet when it comes to where this is going to take you. And that could be an enemy as well, meaning like if you allow that fear of where you're going next to, if you surrender too deeply to the fear of what's coming next and it's like irresponsibly, then I feel like you guys are going to be in a very confused place where you're stressed out. You know what I mean? But if you're cautious and gracious towards God's spirit, whoever you believe in, and knowing who you are, then people's lies will not be able to trick or bamboozle you. And you won't get caught up in that same loop or that same cycle like on Westworld that so many people get caught up in after they've escaped or removed themselves from toxicity. Okay, because that's what I feel like is going on here. It's like because of everything that you've done thus far, it's kind of like the people in your past who put you through certain things are a blessing, because now as you walk with more confidence, you walk with more reassurance, you walk with more self-control and awareness. Nine of Cups, Ten of Swords. I feel like you're really happy though. You're getting something that you want when it comes to your home or your relationship. But I feel like you also are, soberingly aware. You could be getting sober, to be honest with you, with this Nine of Cups. But I feel like you're soberingly aware that it's still kind of like a situation where you have to, keep your eyes open, keep your head on a swivel. You can never like get too comfortable. Ooh, there we go again with that. I feel like there's also a person in your life who is like, I don't know. There's a person I feel like in your life who you're not going to believe whatever they say. You're going to go with what you know in the situation. Okay. What's this moon card for the biggest enemy? Oh my God. The King of Cups. It's a Cancer. It's a Cancer masculine. It's a Cancer man. So if this is not a romantic situation for some of you guys, it could be a business or contractual situation, finances, contracts, things like that. But it's a Cancer man. This Cancer man is hiding things, keeping secrets. I really feel like your intuition is trying to caution you that this person is a liar. Page of Cups, Page of Swords. I feel like they've been watching you, or they were watching you at some point or another, and then they approached you trying to be all charismatic and things like that. Whatever this is, King of Swords. Yeah, this is someone who I'm hearing in my head, smooth operator. Smooth operator. That's what I'm hearing. And it doesn't necessarily have to be like this is a bad person. It could be other people trying to convince you that this person is a bad person. So take it how it resonates. But like, it kind of feels like somebody's not telling you the whole truth, either about who this is because they don't want you to trust them and they want you to feel negatively and control your emotions about how you feel about this person, or they themselves are the ones who are not telling you everything. So you're going to have to use your discernment on that. Ace of Wands, Page of Cups. This may be somebody who you don't know. Somebody who you just met. Some of y'all could be in a position where you're curious about people, or people are curious about you, but because of what you've been through in the past, it's like you're scared to engage. And I feel like your spirit team is trying to warn you against that. It's like they don't want you to be gullible and fall for anything, but they also don't want you to be too overbearing and overprotective of like having an experience. Magician in the Tower. Yeah, but I feel like somebody... What's this 10 of Pentacles? Because this reading just went off the rails. What's this 10 of Pentacles for Pisces? King of Pentacles. We saw the King of Swords earlier, right? And the King of Swords was over here. He was at the bottom of the deck when the Five of Pentacles reversed came out. So I don't know. I just wouldn't trust what people are saying regardless. And I can't speak to whether or not it's talking about the person who's talking directly to you or somebody who's talking about that person. I don't know exactly what it's speaking to for each of you, but it definitely feels like you can't really trust like what people say right now. The Sun card and the Knight of Cups. So if this is the next step, then there's going to be some type of solution that I feel like you find financially, professionally, business-wise. But also it could be a relationship for some of you guys with like the Four of Wands. Like you could be in a situation where this could also be a situation where some of you are in a relationship or getting married, or some of you could be like dating somebody here and you're not talking about it. And there could be one person who knows what's going on with you in your relationship, but everybody else who you can't really trust, or people who you've kind of disconnected from, want to know what's going on, because I'm getting like a third party situation, like old friends who you don't really fuck with like that want to know what's going on in your business life or in your romantic life or with your family and your kids, your marriage, whatever, but they don't have access, and you actually have a loyal mutual friend that's not telling people what's going on in your business. Like there's actually a person who you may not talk to anymore, but it's like they still speak well of you when you're not around, or they still like defend your character when you're not around. It's definitely that type of energy. Even if you talk to this person, it's kind of like they don't tell other people who you fell out with, even if they still associate with those people, they don't tell other people your business. Even if those other people who you don't associate with anymore know that that person still associates with you and knows that they know what's going on with you, even if those people try to be nosy or, you know, overstep the boundary with you because you don't want to talk to them, even if they try to overstep and get the information out of that mutual person is not budging. Like they're not giving away any of your business. It kind of feels like those are the scenarios. I'm not sure what this is, but I feel like your advice is to not be stressed about things that are too far in the future. I really feel like your spirit team with the Sun and the Knight of Cups, they want you to, especially in the Ace of Wands right here too, it's like they want you to be optimistic about what you don't see. They want you to be optimistic about what you don't know. Then we have another eclipse energy with the Sun and the Moon right here, which is crazy. But it's like they're going to show you everything you need to see. They're going to show you everything you need to know, even if it's about a situation that looks like that weird trick mirror type of vibe that we were talking about earlier. Okay? Because I feel like there's a distortion. There's definitely a distortion of facts. There's a distortion of character. There's a distortion of truth. And that could have been a distortion that somebody tried to implant in you when you were very impressionable, like on Westworld with all the little hosts and, you know, stuff like that. Or it could be a distortion that somebody is trying to project in front of you now. But you need to see that this is a projection. Child, this is why, listen, this energy been crazy, bitch. And I have not been wanting to do no readings because, I don't know. Child, I'm just trying to balance being responsible and taking care of business for my family and not, you know, being unrealistic because I need to be able to pay bills, but also like not be too much in that energy. The Sun is out here, Leo. The Moon is out here, Cancer is what I feel that is. Okay. But I'm also getting a Scorpio vibe as well. Aquarius with the Star card, Virgo with the Hermit card. And I think I also spoke about Libra and Gemini in addition to Taurus as well. Not getting Sagittarius really. Could be Aries because of the 3 and the 4 of Wands, but like I'm not really getting Sagittarius or Aries that much. I'm also not getting I was going to say Capricorn, but the devil came out. I don't think that's a Capricorn person. If it is a Capricorn person, I would just be leery because they could be a hidden enemy. Oh, you know what I wanted to do? Hold on. While I'm talking about that, I did want to get zodiac signs. This reading drained me. Today drained me, okay? I have literally just clicked on. I have not worked. Well, I did. I actually worked. Never mind. I did work. I worked on videos for Case and Cole Speaks. So I really appreciate all of you guys who go over there and subscribe and actually watch the content, comment, and engage. If you want to go over there and check it out, it's definitely linked in the description box below. All you have to do is click on the link tree, you guys. If y'all want to book a personal, we have still 5% off that you can use the code for a personal, or members get 10% off. It's in the posts section of YouTube. That's the only way that you can find it, because that's the only place that I posted it. You just got to scroll down through the different posts. Not on. Okay, I'm not going to explain that. Okay, it's over there. Earth just popped out. Pisces is at the bottom, and then Leo. Interesting. So, who is Pisces' ally? Ooh, Mercury. Ooh. So, yeah, I was getting Taurus, but it could be a Virgo or a Gemini as well. Interesting. Interesting. Sun, Scorpio. I was about to say Scorpio. Okay, so for the ally, originally I did feel like Taurus, right? The air sign energy with the King of Swords, I wasn't like necessarily sure, but it could be somebody taking on that persona of like being very authoritative. I was about to say dignitary. But I was feeling like Taurus. When I said Mercury and I was talking about Virgo and Gemini, I was also feeling Scorpio. And we have Sun. So this person could be a Scorpio Sun. They could be a Leo Sun. They could be a Gemini Sun, a Virgo Sun, maybe a Taurus Sun, child. Okay. But their sun sign is connected to Mercury and Scorpio somehow. I don't know. Maybe that'll help y'all. For some of y'all, possibly Leo. Who's the enemy for Pisces? Hold on. Who's the enemy? Pluto. Ooh, that could be Scorpio as well. And Saturn, Capricorn, maybe Aquarius. So some of y'all, it's going to depend on like your circumstances and who you're dealing with. Some of y'all have a good Scorpio. Some of y'all have a bad Scorpio. Some of y'all have positive Aquarius. Some of y'all have negative Aquarius. Why do I feel Aquarius with Saturn? I don't know. But Capricorn is definitely Saturn. That's crazy that the elements came out, like the planets. Mercury retrograde. Aren't we in Mercury retrograde right now? Yeah. And then fire is at the bottom with the moon. Take it how it resonates, child. Y'all know I'm not an astrologer, but I try to throw something in there. If you're an astrologer, because I know we got some astrologers that watch, so if y'all know any like breakdowns for those energies that I put out for the allies and the enemies, and you want to offer your insight to other Pisces, feel free to leave it in the comments, y'all. For sure. Okay? Y'all be sure to like and subscribe to continue to catch the vibe. I forgot to say that. Child, it's been so long. I just want to get to talking to my people. What else does Pisces need to know? Red flags. Unemployed. So the red flag is that somebody's unemployed, or somebody could be unemployed. Or this is about, like I said, this could be about wrongful termination of some of y'all, like getting laid off. Guilt, apology, remorseful, ashamed. And inferno, chaos, job loss, everything's crumbling. So especially if y'all were in a situation where you got wrongfully terminated, there's definitely a situation here where whoever did that to you or caused that to happen to you, they were already feeling really guilty about the unemployment. But I also feel like now something is happening to where it's bouncing back. And I don't think you had anything to do with that. I just feel like that's just what happens. You know, what goes around comes around, bitch. All right. Anything else that Pisces needs to know? Also, a red flag could be that somebody's unemployed. You need to be careful of that, because I feel like if they come into your life and try to make you feel guilty for them, to help them and do things for them when they can't do it themselves, actually they can, but they just say that they can't. You could also end up going through a situation where your things are crumbling. When I said what goes around comes around, it's also like the company you keep. Okay? If you put a spoiled piece of produce or cheese or whatever next to a perfectly healthy piece of produce, that healthy produce is going to rot faster. Okay? Distractions. So somebody could be a distraction. Ooh, and spiritual attack. Child. the X, and mind games. Look at that. Yeah. I feel like the ex is playing mind games with you, or somebody from your past, or spiritual attack. I'm telling you, it could be a demon working through people who are easy. You know, plot some type of spiritual attack. I feel like you guys are going to end up happy or in a happy situation that you're manifesting right now. Y'all are going to end up in a more peaceful, positive, prosperous situation that you are actually manifesting right now. And you just have to keep your wits about you, because it's a bunch of bullshit floating around out here, y'all. I'm telling you straight up, okay? It's a bunch of nonsense floating around out here. And you can't tell me that I didn't call that shit from the get-go of this reading. So I would definitely appreciate you guys just supporting the channel, leaving a comment, liking the video, doing anything to help, you know, boost it through the algorithm. It really means a lot for you guys who do that. I appreciate it. Share any recommendations for your fellow Pisces, because people always ask me in the comments like, oh, well, how do I get a spiritual attack off me? Or how do I, you know, do these types of things? Listen, I just have to say what I need to say. If you can't pick it up from that and you need more, maybe one of the other Pisces can help you with some recommendations that they have. But what I can tell you is that, number one, keeping your head on a swivel and not losing your damn mind is the first thing. Okay, come back to reality. Snap back to reality. Whoop. There goes gravity, right? You gotta keep your mind in reality. But you also have to understand, like, when people come at you with this energy, that's exactly what it is. The more that you keep giving it power, the more that you keep searching for readings about it, the more that you keep being scared of that shit, the more it's going to be able to be susceptible to you. And, you know, I don't know what everybody's going through, so I can't speak to what's going to work for everybody. But one thing about me is that I'm the type of bitch that's going to go down swinging. You're not going to take me down without no fight. I don't give a fuck who you are, where you think you from, how long you been floating around on this earth, being a fucking crustacean. I don't give a damn what demon, entity, spirit, who they think they are, how powerful they. You can kiss my ass. You can go and kick rocks barefoot with no shoes on, fresh out the bathtub, bitch. I don't care how strong you think you are, or what you think you got going for you, and how many minions you got chasing you around, sucking your dick. I don't care. Demon or not. I say it to their motherfucking face. Probably said it before. So at the end of the day, that's all I can tell you. I don't know what else. I don't know how else to fight. That's all I know how to do. Any other, you know, techniques or rituals, and you can definitely look those things up online and make sure you trust who you're getting the information from. But all I can say is, you know, don't let these hoes knock you off your square. No matter what it is. So tell your fellow Pisces, y'all. What's the advice? Well, we had to be so cutthroat in this reading. You know, I be wanting to be peaceful. My nose itching too. Creation. So yeah, create. Use this as Ace of Wands. This could be your story, child. Tell your story. If you don't go and tell your story, I done told my story online. I'm tired of telling my story. I'm ready to tell a new story, bitch. But shit, they'll hear it when they need to. They'll hear it when it's supposed to be heard. But create. Use this as motivation to create. Temptation and royalty. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I just feel like this is because you're doing things with your life that are pushing you and propelling you forward on your destiny, on your path. You're being tempted. You're being, you know, you're being set upon by energies that don't want you to be able to create and reach this point of authority or royalty. So you have to know that that's why it's happening. It's like Spirit just wants you to know why it's happening so that you don't get distracted and stop doing what it is that you're doing. Like, bitch, you might have to take a nap for 3 days like I did. I had to take a nap for 3 days. I had to go hang out with some friends, Get out the house. I went to a little pub for St. Patrick's Day, had me a good old time, and was listening to like Irish folk music all night. Okay. And it was very peaceful and calm. Wasn't no nigga this, nigga that, it wasn't all that extra stuff going on. Like, I just chilled, and it's just like, I don't know. I just feel like sometimes if you have to take that step back, do it. Whatever you guys have to do, Pisces, I've always wanted the best for you guys and for myself. I want us all to win. So whatever you have to do to get yourself right, do that. Don't be afraid of what's going to happen if you, take a break, or don't be afraid of like, oh, how are people going to respond if I call out and things like that. Of course, you shouldn't be doing it all the time, every week, every day. But like, okay, if you feel like there's something that you need to do that. If you feel like there's time that you need to take that. If you feel like there's something you need to say that. Just understand dynamics when it comes to people. Understand how to communicate if you want a certain result, and then understand like that you have to roll with the punches, and whatever happens gonna happen. I be getting mad sometimes about how people respond to me, but to be honest with you, I really don't care how folks feel about me. Just don't try to discredit what the fuck I say. That's the part for me. Don't try to discredit me or what I say, because angels come in many different packages, bitch. And you never know who you're dealing with. So that's why I told you guys, number one, don't discount an enemy that reveals themselves to be an ally. Okay? Don't take for granted the fact that somebody may be trying to paint a picture for you that's not real for their own benefit. And don't allow what you don't see or what could come in the future to trick you off your square and scare you out of doing what it is that you're supposed to do. That's what I got for y'all. I don't know when I'm going to be back. Just be sure to like and subscribe to continue to catch the vibe. If you want to check out more of what I have to say, you can always find thousands of archive readings on this channel. You can join the membership for a month and get hundreds of more content on this channel. You can go to the Nutcase Network and get content that is so ancient at this point that it's probably going to tell you what you're thinking and what you're about to say. No, I'm just playing. But you can go to Nutcase Network and find more content, you guys. And if you want to see me talk about other things besides just tarot and spirituality, or you want to get in my head about other things that I'm thinking, go check out Casey Nicole Speaks, all of which are linked in the link tree that is listed in the description box below, you guys. If you want to get any merch or anything, find out where I'm at on socials, click that link tree. Everything will be there. If you want to book a reading, you can click the link tree or the link in the description box. Be sure to check out the post section for the code for a discount. And Pisces, I will see you guys next time. Remember, this is all circle boost. Okay, Pisces, remember, don't forget to tell them, go and kick rocks barefoot, no shoes on, fresh out the bathtub, bitch. Bye.